One of the melachot on Shabbat is called mohek. Mohek means to erase that which is written on Shabbat. One is forbidden to erase anything that is written on Shabbat. The isur of erasing is specifically when you're erasing in order to write. Not just erasing to destroy, but rather you're erasing in order to write something else on the piece of paper or on the board or wherever it may be that you are erasing. The question where this comes up with, hopefully nobody is writing with pen and paper on the Saturday. That's something that's hopefully not so common, we hope. But the common cases that come up many times is I have a cake that's already, it has on it happy birthday so-and-so, whatever it may be, or happy anniversary, and I want to cut the cake. Or if I have a bag of chips and I want to open it, and when you open it, you're automatically ripping letters, ripping words, and that's where this question comes up, this din of this halacha. So in regards to, we'll discuss today just the case of cake. The case of a cake where a person again has, whether it's on the cake directly, or sometimes you could have it on a piece of chocolate that they put on top of the cake. Regardless of where or how it's actually written, and what is actually written on it does not make any difference. Halakha says, "Uga shekatuv alea kemin otiyot mutar lishbor et ha'uga kedei leochla ve'en lahush b'shum mohek b'shabbat." One is allowed to break it and allowed to cut it and give it out. You can eat it, no problem. Ve'en hevdel bazeh ben im ha'otiyot hem beguf ha'uga be'otot shokot. It doesn't make a difference if the letters are from the same material, the same cream, or if it's a different kind of thing that they wrote with. Sometimes now they have pictures where you can actually have a picture cake. On the picture it can have writing and someone's picture and all that. Again, it's all mutar. You're allowed to break it apart, and one is allowed to eat it. And the main reason is, number one, lo nihale. Nobody wants to actually break those letters. We would much rather keep it that way. This is the way of eating it. Number two, it's not the derech. It's not the normal way of doing it. It's not the normal way of erasing something by eating. It's not. That's not the derech. Unless, again, this is something which is many times from the same material. If it's made from the same thing, it's derech achila. That's the way of eating, and therefore, really, there's no isur. You don't have to. However, there are those that are mahmir, Hazon Ish, and others that are mahmir in such a case. However, most of the poskim, kimat, all of them agree that one is allowed to do it, and therefore the minhag is to be mekel in such a case. If a person has a cake and you want to cut it, especially a birthday cake, any of those things, one is allowed to, and he doesn't have to be careful to cut in between the letters and make sure, and while you eat it all whole, whatever you want. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Again, one is allowed to eat it regularly, and it's 100% mutar.